every Friday on our website. Red feather deep, here's the receiver who breaks a tackle. It's Bovine. Brantley trying to catch him. He won't. And Oklahoma City on the first play of their next drive busted loose and they regain the lead. Are you kidding me? Tiberius Bovine once again making the big play. Unbelievable. One wide receiver either side for Mike, and Daza will flip it out to Sim, and Sim makes the play! 10-5 touchdown! The doctor is in! The Crabs have a lead! Oh, mama! There goes that man!
To the right, single receiver to the left. Dunhill to throw, has time, goes deep down the left-hand side. That was complete behind the defense. They can't catch him. 10-5 touchdown. Atlanta. Boo Chisholm does it again.
Hand off to English on a first down, trying to get it around the left-hand side. Takes the long way around, but still picks up the first down. Still on his feet, down the sideline. Johnny English past the 20, 10. He scores again. Touchdown, Honolulu. On one of the craziest runs after fake punt, pass, kick, whatever I've ever seen. Unbelievable.
Mama, there goes that man.
I mean, he goes 5 yards back before he scores.
Yeah, I was going to make a comment about that, but I'll keep my comments to myself because he took this one to the house. He was blazing. 51 didn't have a shot.
So the Skyhawks having trouble on first and second down sometimes in terms of moving the chains, but they have converted on a decent amount of these third downs. I believe they only had to punt once. Snap back, handoff to English, right up the gut. English fights his way for a first down again, and can you believe that? Johnny English, that's the second time on third down the man has just taken the ball and ran right up the gut for a first. This is a man possessed, ladies and gentlemen. He wants this Skyhawk team to succeed, and it looks like he's...
Split backs for Louis Ndula. Josh to throw, runs right into Big Sexy.
Big Sexy. Another country has heard from. Oh, yeah.
He just blew right by the offensive tackle. Gave him one little move and boop, down the quarterback went.
Split receivers and offside, and Snowden's going to take the handoff. Snowden, Richard Snowden spins back inside, breaks a tackle and scores. That's going to be a touchdown, DC. How in the world did he keep his balance and move the other way?
Wow, that's well, we were just talking about it too. You know, Snowden's got that ability to break away, and had he had more field there, he was definitely able to keep going. You know, he goes through the whole guy, doesn't have a whole lot of room there. One guy misses a tackle, he spins on him another, and shakes off that one right down there at the end and is able to get in there. So DC is shown early on. They set the pace with the first touchdown, and then they come and they answer back with a great drive there.
Walker's deep pass is picked off. That's interception number 3 on the night. Eddie Gage gets up and returns it to the 34. How about Baltimore's defense against Kevin Walker? He did not throw 3 interceptions all of last season in any game. And only 2 times in his career has Walker thrown at least 3.
These two defenses right now canceling each other out. Showing a blitz up the middle, they bring it, Bentley running right into it, Bentley gets away from it, Bentley's got a first down, breaks the tackle, Ray Bentley, he's gone, and the Aztecs are going to score and get on the board. Welcome to the game, Ray Bentley. And the Aztecs are right back in it just like that.
Welcome to Indianapolis, Indiana, where you can go back home again. The Ramblers, fresh off their first ever road victory in the history of the franchise, takes on a sliding Jacksonville team that's looking to knock off a 4-game losing streak with a W.
Trying to knock the rust off, if you will.
I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrup, and joining me in the booth this week is Rick Northrup.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the SFL.
Ron Haynes and Chris Porter, our statisticians, Kevin Irvine, executive producer, and for Jacksonville, they're running 5 wide receiver sets. They won their first 2 games, Rick, but they're looking to get off this slide. They're on a 4-game losing streak.
Indeed. Jacksonville wants to get themselves back on track, and they've come to Indy with a plan.
Their number 4 ranked pass defense goes up against the number 1 passing attack, and the Indianapolis Ramblers. Colin Pierce has been lighting up stat sheets all season long.
Strength on strength.
O.J. Pruitt calls the toss for his team, and the visitors from Duval County will put their defense on the field first.
It's funny that you can probably name or identify most counties in the United States, but that's just a side superpower, Colin.
It is a superpower either way. Jordan Bradshaw to kick off for Indianapolis, and the ever-dangerous Kanye Rockefeller back deep as the returner. We're underway from the snake pit. Fielded from the goal line. Coming up the middle is Rockefeller, and Rockefeller tackled at the 25. And we'll get our first look at that Indianapolis attack.
Please do.
Colin Pierce is the quarterback. Christian Pierce is the tailback. Wide receivers are Rob Hunt, the first-round draft pick, number 8 overall this year. Jay Viper, Ryan Roosevelt. He leads in just about every category. Catches, yards, and touchdowns as well as targets. Jeff Banfield, Randy Pierce is the tight end. Chad Rowland, the undrafted rookie's left guard. Max Finley, the other first-round draft pick, is at right guard. Colin Pierce up the middle picks up 4 yards before he's brought down at the 31. And for the Jacksonville defense, Tyquan Hill, Forrest Dalton, our defensive ends, Joey Schwindet, and Logan Gardner, the defensive tackles. John Martin is the inside linebacker. Dan Diamond, second-round draft pick. TJ Harper, the first-round pick, is the other outside linebacker. Bernard Gooden, Nathan Nur, and Ricky Robinson are the corners. As Pierce fires down the field and complete. That is to Randy Pierce to the Jacksonville 43. So son to father connection there for Indianapolis first down.
Early read on the chess match. Jacksonville showed pressure, creeping, bringing 2 linebackers up, and they dropped everybody into coverage. And Indy's still able to obtain the first down.
Here's a gift of Colin Pierce up the middle, and Pierce is stopped after a pickup of 1. Tackle made by Dan Diamond.
I want to remind everybody, we've got 2 important aspects to the call today. We have Denver the Service Dog in the booth with us again, although he misbehaved last weekend, so he's on double secret probation. And the Rick Meter is in the house.
And the meter thinks all SFL teams play for its glory rather than their own personal glories. Colin makes a spinning catch out of the backfield, picks up 2 yards before he's knocked down.
But speaking of glory, number 27 there.
That's Bernard Gooden.
As Gooden with a sweet play out in the open field there.
We got 3rd and 7. And Indianapolis will empty the backfield. 5 wide receivers in the game. Colin Pierce back to throw. Pierce deep down the middle of the field. Adam wide open. Broken tackle, and it's going to be a touchdown, Indianapolis. Just like that.
Broken tackles and broken hearts all throughout Jacksonville Nation.
Rob Hunt the first-round draft pick, hauls that in, and that's his first touchdown of his SFL career.
Well, there we go. Indianapolis in there. Is this the Salute to the Brickyard uniform, Colin?
Yeah, this is the Yard of Bricks uniform.
The Yard of Bricks just got itself a touchdown. Holy smoke.
Actually, correction, that was his second touchdown reception. Has only 8 grabs. Not 9, but 2 have been for touchdowns. It's the extra point, but top keeper is up and good. And it's 7-0 Indianapolis, just like that.
Wow. Among other people and entities, the Rick meter is impressed by that one, Colin. Now a opening drive touchdown is always good, always impressive, a positive thing no matter which way you cut it. But the Rick meter, a little skeptical. They want to see, that team wants to see a couple of, the staff, wants to see a few possessions before they.
The return up the middle.
They have the winning prediction for everybody.
Dill Swayze, first round draft pick number 15 overall on the return. O.J. Bruin leads this offense first year in Jacksonville after spending the previous year at Queen City. Sean Sanders, second round draft pick, is at tailback. Rookie Christopher Ochoa comes over from the Charleston Predators. And then they have 3 first round, 3 picks at wide receiver. We'll get to them shortly. Bruin fires out. This is Swayze on the reception. No, that is Joseph Boudet, who was held without a catch a week ago, so he's already back on track. Picks up 6. So Boudet, second round pick at pick 51. Goldie Morrison, pick 35. The returning Kingston Ellington, all at wide receiver, so 5 in total. Joel Hardman is the tight end. As Bruin's back to throw again. Going deep down the middle of the field. Oh, almost intercepted.
Wow, and here we go again, Colin. That I didn't get the number of the receiver, but he was behind the secondary. That ball needed to be aired out. Just let him run underneath it and catch it. But it's a little flat, and that allows the defense to make that play. Bringing up 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 for Jacksonville. Kings were 44% on 3rd down, and they'll start 0 for 1 now as that pass is knocked down.
There's another flat bullet that allows the defender to get a paw on it. Big old mitt.
Blake Preen, the corner on the deflection. He's joined in there the secondary. Angel Maldonado, Ernest McCray Sr., and the rookie first-round draft pick, Adam Noyd. Kanye Rockefeller is the free safety. Brian James is the strong safety. We'll introduce the rest of the defense next time they're on the field as the Kings are forced to punt after 3 quick plays. Fair catch is called for by Rockefeller at the 36, and Indianapolis will start the cycle again.
And why not? That's a fairly decent field position to start out their second possession. Colin, as you said, 3 quick plays and play selection, I don't know, and target selection by the Kings may have been an issue there. So that possession goes by the boards. And unfortunately for them, here come your Indianapolis Ramblers.
Here's Colin Pierce back to throw. He's now 4 for 4 as that pass over the middle is good for about 9.5 yards to 46 is well on market. The catch made, hauled in by number 19 there for Indianapolis. This is Rocco McLovin. It's less than 1 here on 2nd down. I expect to carry to Colin Pierce.
Oh, an early candidate for the McLovin name.
There'll be another pass. The throw is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the receiver there, Jeff Banfield.
That was pretty tight coverage. That might have been the sort of the emergency throw safety valve. Don't know that I'm going to have a lot of problems with that. By the way, look at the sweet uniforms there for Jacksonville.
I appreciate the gold accents on the shoulders. That's very cool. Two backs in the backfield. Will they hand it off to Colin Pierce? No. Christian Pierce. Colin throws it down the field, and he threw an interception. Oh, no. Just not what you wanted to do. Is returning up the field for Jacksonville is Jorge Torres, the strong safety. Bangs the ball after his teammate tips it in his direction.
Let's get another look at it here. And Johnny on the spot, playing deep cover.
John Martin, the inside linebacker, was all the way back there in coverage.
These are the kind of breaks that Jacksonville maybe hasn't had so many of during their losing streak, and this one goes their way. Let's see what they can do with it.
Torres' third interception in the year. 12th interception collected by the Kings defense as Bruin will fire a quick pass to the sideline, pick up a 4 out of bounds at the 46. It's Ellington.
That was the first play on their first drive. It's deja vu all over again. Let's see what they can come up with, and we'll keep an eye on those on the target selection here.
Here is quick drop, throw out to the flat, catch made impressively out of bounds is Ochoa.
And you know what else is impressive is that ball barely got there, but it got there just ahead of, barely beat the defender. And that was a great hurry-up throw there by Bruin.
Rocco Rossi is the defensive end for Indianapolis. He's joined by Mac Dre. Derek Jenko is the defensive tackle along with Jabril Curse. Adam Wiseman, Chris Britton III, and Chad McDevitt are the outside linebackers. As Sean Sanders, the Mighty Mite, catches the pass and goes upfield for the first down to the 41.
Wow, a couple of great moves there. Am I wrong? Here's the first one. Whoop! And then look at this. A little dipsy-do. Gave him the old dipsy-do there, Bruce, for the old hockey fans will remember the voice of the Detroit Red Wings. Dipsy-do was a standard comment.
Sean Sanders, 81 carries on the ground, 3 rushing touchdowns, gets another reception here. Had 28 grabs coming in and 1 touchdown through the air on 34 targets. Picks up 1 there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
So the Rick Meter staff is watching with interest here, Colin, as Jacksonville Kings make an attempt to grab some momentum back for themselves. They want a little bit of that good mojo.
3 tight ends to throw out to Sanders, trying to make a move and a losing yard back to the 41. Brilliant open field tackle made by Preen. It'll be 3rd and 10 for a Jacksonville team that a week ago converted 44% on 3rd down. They're 60% for the season, but Indianapolis has given up the 4th fewest first downs allowed at 105, although they allow 63% 3rd down conversion. Bruin fires, tipped and incomplete.
Oh.
And a man open, that was the death, but the play was expertly played by the All-Star to go, Brian James, and another punt for Jacksonville.
Okay, only last time I'll comment on this because either it's just that's the way it's gonna be, or Bruin, people are gonna get tired of it. But again, the receiver was behind the defender. Just air that out, put a little air underneath that sucker, and they've got it for a big gain.
McCoy standing back on the other side of the 50, takes the eye snap, boots it away. Rockefeller lets this one go, lands inside the 5 at the 4 as well. Okay.
TJ Harper in the chat, he and I are banging the same pain train. That dude was beat on that last, on that 3rd down play. Jacksonville couldn't convert, but their defense came through in the last stand that they had. Of course, Indianapolis with the only score so far.
They're lined up literally in the shadow of their own goal line. They're under the towering snake structure. It's Colin Pierce gets the carry and will get stopped for no gain by Martin.
No gain.
We are winding. Fast moving opening quarter. We're now rapidly approaching under 4 minutes to go.
Exactly.
2nd and 10.
Only rushing 3. Oh, no, there's a 4th man.
They rush 5, and the pass is complete out to the 17-yard line for a first down, so that gets a little breathing room.
If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit the website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, it's football for everyone.
1st and 10 at the 17. Colin Pierce on the carry. Pierce finds room. Gets past the 20. They'll mark him short of the 25.
Of course, anybody named Colin is has some talent, and we've seen some good running there.
He also is the offensive coordinator, so it's your classic player coach on the field. Split backs. 1 receiver either side. Linebackers shift. Collins back to throw, fires down the field. It's going to be intercepted.
Number 2.
Young Voigt grabbed it out of the air, and number 20 sets his team up in good field position on the other side of the 50.
Wow. Well, 2 picks on 2 successive defensive stands for Jacksonville. Here we go.
Ball is marked at the Rambler 44. And Jacksonville take advantage. They were unable to the last time. Let's see what they can do now. Here's the throw out. And they go to Ellington, much like they had the previous 2 drives.
At some point, Indy's going to figure out that's their drive opening play. Using that on 3 of the 4 possessions so far in the game.
We have a 2nd and 6. That was a pickup of 4 on the previous play. Trips to the bottom for Bruin. Turns, gets to Sanders. His first carry of the day is only good to the 39, pickup of a few.
Not for a lack of effort. Did you see what I can't believe what I just saw. Did you see what I saw? He was churning and burning and just couldn't break free.
That's why you do all those squats. Is Adam Wiseman, the veteran linebacker, able to bring him down? 3rd down and 5. Let's see if Jacksonville can convert to keep this thing going. Bruin over the middle.
There they
catch
go.
Made. He found the open guy that time, and it's Kingston Ellington already his 3rd catch on the day.
Yep, those squats make the largest muscle in your body strong. Let's see if anybody knows what is the largest muscle in your body. That's not for you, Colin. Let's see.
Yes, that'll be very interesting for the chat. That's what I was going to say. I
Okay.
wasn't going to answer the question and ruin it for everyone.
All right, well, I'm sure somebody will say, well, it's your head, Mr. Commenter guy.
Here's Sanders on his 2nd carry up the middle, picks up 5 to the 21. Jacksonville is certainly on the move.
That was a good pickup on that big gainer for a first down. We just say.
Sanders is a little guy. He's only 5'7", 200 pounds. But I saw him playing the minors up close, Rick, and as you can tell, he's quite shifty in the open field as we get a free play. Throw out to Sanders by Bruin. They'll most likely take the 5 yards.
We'll see. But yeah, a little fire plug, a stout body like that, a little shorter in stature, but a lot of weight, a lot of muscle, a lot of mass. And he's shifty, like you say. And, a lot of times you'll see that, maybe the youngest kid in a series of kids in your family. And so you got to learn to play keep away and
rough and tumble.
Tag and when you're playing tag and all that kind of stuff.
Looks like they accepted the penalty, so it'll be first and essentially 1 inch. And Sanders finishes the job on the ground, picks up the first down. They'll mark it past the 15, just short of the 10.
He's our Darren Sproles. Thank you, TJ Harper, for those who know about such things.
Here is Bruin. Offset eye, tight end flex now. He throws, it's out pattern, but Ochoa's led too far and it will be out of bounds. It'll be second down for Jackson.
Oops, sorry about that. As Jacksonville is trying to get the equalizer here by sticking this thing in the end zone, but they're already in field goal position. So possession is important.
Bunch to the bottom. Bruin hit as he throws. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Are they calling that incomplete and not a sack? That'll be handy for the effort, for the Kings' effort.
It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 12. They can get a first down without scoring, but they really would like to stick this in the end zone. They've got 2 turnovers and would really like to convert 1 into 7 points if possible.
Absolutely.
3rd and 10, Bruin. Deep to the end zone, knocked away, incomplete. Looking for Ochoa, but there was heavy traffic out there. Kanye Rockefeller on the bat down. And Jacksonville will be called on John Bradshaw for the field goal attempt. Will be the kicker, John Bradshaw. Young man who's 9'9". This is well within his range. As the 10-play drive will end and a field goal make from 29, so it's 7-3. Indianapolis converts it into points, but they were hoping for some. Excuse me. They were hoping for 7. 37 seconds left in a quarter. As you see the stats, Indianapolis dominating the total yards, mostly through the air. They're dead last on average yards per game on the ground at 39. They have 12 as of this moment. Jacksonville 57 held the ball for only 5 minutes and 50 seconds time of possession. It'll be 1st and 10 for Indianapolis from their own 25. Here's Holland Pierce. He's been busy so far today. 5 of 8. He's back for another attempt and completes this one out for 9.5 yards before running out of bounds. This is a receiver. That's Ryan Roosevelt, and that's the first time we've heard from the all-worldly wide receiver who leads in all those categories I mentioned. Clock running now. Fast approaching 20 seconds. Ball in the Indianapolis 34. Here's to get there. Colin Pierce up the middle, picks up the first down, and that'll most likely be the last play of the quarter.
Well, an interesting quarter and a good quarter, right? Especially if you're Jacksonville Kings. Had a good-looking drive and 2 picks.
That's the end of the first quarter. 7-3, Indianapolis in front. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by ATM Music on YouTube. Colin Pierce. He's 6 of 9 now for 101 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Only guy who hasn't caught a pass is Jeff Banfield. He was targeted once. This quarter will start off with a Colin Pierce handoff. It'll get stopped in the backfield for no gain. Tackle made by number 99, TJ Harper.
TJ Harper also in the chat.
Christian Pierce is Colin's brother, and Randy Pierce is the father. So it's very much a father-son offensive operation here in Indianapolis. As that pass is complete to Jeff Banfield to set up a 3rd and 2.
Well, the family business has been fairly successful, I would say.
Yeah, fairly successful indeed. It's 3rd and 2. For Indianapolis.
Check out the line for Indy. Love it.
And the run. Ooh, a yard short of the sticks. Christian Pierce unable to get it.
The Kings say, I see your stacked line. I see your offset power formation. Indy, check this tackle for no gain. Maybe no gain.
No, they only picked up 1.
Check out this tackle short of the line to gain.
Here is Matty Wiseman, punts away. And the return. Up the middle by Dill Swayze. Gets him to the 28, and the Kings had 3 points the last time, Rick. They're hoping for more productive drives.
Yes, they are. Well, they've got to be happy just having a good drive and off a pick. Like I said, that Jacksonville's got to be pretty happy so far with the way this game has gone. I know the Rick Meter staff is, aggressively chomping on their Pop-Tarts as they chart this one.
Sanders tackled in the backfield for a loss of 1. Tackle made out there by number 99, Jabril Curse, the defensive tackle position. This will be a 2nd and 11.
Not ideal.
Again, they're lined up in the same formation. This time they'll throw out to Sanders. Sanders has room, spins, but in a fumble. Falls on the ground, and Indianapolis falls on it at the Jacksonville 26.
Oh no. Providence giveth, and Providence taketh away. And Indy's setting themselves, that defense has got to pat themselves on the back because they're giving the ball to the offensive unit in great field position and field goal range already.
It was Curse, the defensive tackle, who fell on the ball and picked it up and tried to run with it a bit. Only got to the 26, however.
Got to be careful with that. What do they call that? Football IQ. You got to be where you are in the field. Yeah, you want to score or whatever, but the most important thing is retain possession. A lot of times guys try and pick that ball up and carry it around like a loaf of bread and lose possession.
There's Colin Pierce down the middle, diving catch to the 12. Jay Viper. On the grab.
Just a little inside leverage and wanders himself into the open space in the seam down the middle. That was too easy.
Viper's 2nd grab. As you see the early numbers for Pierce, he's 8 of 11 for 123 yards.
Well, if Jacksonville still has any magic pixie dust in their interception pouch, now's the time to use it.
Here's the throw out to
or turnover.
Christian Pearson. He only picked up 1 yard before Bernard Gooden said, I think he'll be stopped here, sir.
I think that's far enough.
2nd and 9 at the 10. Now they go 5 wide. Or no, it appeared 4 wide. Randy Pierce, the tight end, is on the end of the line of scrimmage. Slants over the middle. Oh, that was real dangerous. Thrown into heavy traffic as Ricky Robinson got his big mitts up there, and that'll set up a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, interesting pattern is not only the 3 wideouts, but then they send the tight end all sort of in the same inside slant route. It appeared. They just can't produce an open receiver. Here they go. Maybe flip it to the opposite side of the field here.
Here is Colin Pearson, the empty gun. They flip the formation. It's the exact same play, but much different results. And Randy Pierce pulls it in for the touchdown. Indianapolis extends their lead.
Indeed, Colin. So, well, it didn't work to the right. Let's flip it to the left, see what happens. That Scott must be one of their go-to goal line plays, Colin.
Third touchdown pass of the year for reception of the year for Randy Pearson. For Colin, that's touchdown pass number 18. He was number one coming into this set of weekend's games at 17. He extends the lead out by one more.
He does.
Snap, spot kick, and Kiefer will make it a 14-3 game with 7:55 left as they're able to turn the fumble into 6 points.
Or 7.
Or 7, yes.
Right. Well, PAT, right? Technically, you know, if you want to say that. Hey, you want in-depth statistics all season long? Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams, and to see the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. SimulationFL.net, your home for everything SFL. And I gestured with my hand on that, too, just to give a little emphasis.
Emphasis on the right syllable.
Syllable, exactly. Thank you very much.
Kings take over at their own 25. Turnover bug bit them bad last time, and that cost them 7 points as the deficit grows. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25.
Pretty sure I'll be expecting a gold star, some kind of thank you packet from the league office for that quality read.
As the throw out to Joel Harleman, the tight end. Number 44, his first grab of the day is good for a first down to the 37. Pick up a 12. Now they line up with 3 people in the backfield.
I like this. See what happens.
And Sanders gets the handoff, but he can't hide.
Somebody forgot to block what defensive tackle came through there? I don't even think it was the end.
Yeah, it was the tackle. It was Curse.
Come on, it's like, hey.
Come on, set 2.
Listen, Phil. You've got to get your head in the game. Come on, lineman. Here we go.
Come out in the I formation. Here's the throw out to Sanders as is blocked. And will surge ahead to the 42 before he's brought down by a host of red-shirted defenders. Oh, but Sanders is hurt.
Sanders is hurt. Down goes Sanders. Down goes Sanders.
Oh, no, and the rookie who's done so many good. Oh, looks like he
pulled his hammy on the way out to the pattern there, eh?
Yeah, but credit is where credit's due. He pulled his hammy, but he still managed to complete the play.
I know. He's got a broken wheel, but he's still out there balling like crazy.
This is Alan Urban will now come in at tailback.
Well, we'll get an update here, I'm sure, from the sideline in a little bit. But in the meantime, they've got to try and pick this up without him.
Here's Urban up the middle. His first carry is good enough for a first down.
He's got it.
Number 30 out there. I think that was Brian James on the tackle. Oh, Indianapolis is saying, "Oh, I don't think he made it."
I don't think he made it. Well, we're going to take a look at the spot. You know, it's hard to see where exactly how far the ball went.
Coach Wiseman.
Yeah, it looks like he got that to me. Get a better look at it right here.
This is the money shot. Oh, the ball's short.
Maybe short.
Either way, they'll be practically on top of it.
They got to go for it if they don't give it to them.
The home team will not be charged with a timeout.
There you go. You called it, Colin.
And the hometown fans are happy.
Yes, they are. That call goes their way. Looked to be the right call.
And looks like the offense is on the field for the moment. Let's see if it turns into a giant staring contest.
I fear that's in our future, our near future.
Oh, the down marker says first, even though it's fourth.
Ooh. Ooh.
And it's not going to happen.
Boring. Boring.
Timeout called.
There we go. There we go. And that got Denver a little agitated about that whole sequence.
And Jacksonville will run a timeout with 6:35 to go in the first half. And Coach Frank Gooden he's not real happy with his quarterback at the moment.
Guess not. Well, you should have let him snap the ball right there. I mean, that is a easy QB sneak or goal line power. Come on. Although the left guard.
Oh, that punt's nearly blocked. And the fair catch is called for at the 19. Bruin is 6'6". He can practically just fall forward over it.
Right. Right.
All he has to do is take too many steps. He's practically there.
I know. The small warning to the listening public. Helen and I may obsess about that for the rest of the game.
You may obsess about that.
I definitely am going to obsess about it.
Trips to the bottom for Indianapolis.
The guy Clausen agrees.
Up for 11. And Christian Pierce able to grind ahead for a pickup of 2. Here's Colin Pierce up to 136 yards on 10 of 14 passing. He's back for attempt number 15, but it's sack time instead.
Hey, this Jacksonville defensive unit is come to play today, Colin. The offense doesn't seem to be able to match up yet, but they're getting it done.
Joey Schwint, who had 6.5 sacks coming in, was by far the team's leading sacker. Adds another one to his total. He's up to 7.5. 3rd and 15. Calling back to throw again. Down the middle. Catch made. First down. On 3rd and 15. Ryan Roosevelt on the catch.
Great play. Great play by Indy when they needed it.
Here's Roosevelt. 72 grabs, 928 yards, 10 touchdowns, averaging almost 13 yards a catch on 89 targets. Here's Colin to Christian, and it's a pick up a 4. Sean Sanders had a leg cramp, as we saw, but he may return.
Oh, that's great news for Jacksonville. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, it looked like a pop hammy, didn't it?
No, it turned out, yeah, it did, but it turned out to be a Charlie horse.
A Charlie horse. That's an old-timey term. You know, their training staff's rubbing some dirt on it. And there's a good knockdown.
Martin, the linebacker, he was just sitting there as the ball came whizzing in his area. Pass intended for Jay Viper. It's 3rd and 6.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You don't want things whizzing in your area.
For Indianapolis, they're looking to convert this 3rd and 6, and they come out and gun straight again. Here's Colin down the middle. Intercepted. Jacksonville coming back the other way. It's Torres, I think, and he's going to score a pick 6. No, Ricky Robinson, my apologies. And the corner takes it all the way to the painted promised land.
No flags on the play. Well, I was just, I want to pat myself on the back just talking about how Jacksonville's defense came to play, and here they go. Like, well, we might have to contribute to the scoring. And they get the first touchdown for the Kings in this evening's contest.
Oh, my goodness. Woo-hoo. It's now 14-9, and Bradshaw to make the extra point to make it a 10-point game. Second defensive touchdown scored by the Kings. Nathan
Not today.
On the year, Nathan Nair had the other one.
Oh, no way.
As the extra point is up and good.
That was great.
And the score is now 14-10 on one explosive play for the defense.
Well, Jacksonville, hats off to you. Fight, fight, fight for the old purple and yellow thing. I'll get them a theme song here by the end of the broadcast. Fight on for Jacksonville.
As a return by Rockefeller goes up to the 23.
Get the ball, make a score, win the game. There we go. Hey, Kings, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, the Rick meter, watching intently now, they were prepared to make a call, but they're going to come out and say they are officially still at neutral here late in the second quarter.
Unusual as a leaping one-handed grab. Ryan Roosevelt again on the reception is third. He's up to 36 yards.
Yes, very unusual for the Rick meter, but the opportunity side, Jacksonville, if their offense springs to life, Indy's gonna be in big trouble with the way their defense is playing right now. The Jacksonville defense, that is.
And Pierce, he's back to throw, fires out. Oh, it's just out of bounds. Intended for Roosevelt, it'll be 3rd and 5.
Hey, just for everybody noticing, checking out the scoreboard, we've got a lot going on at Command Central. And so there may be a slight delay here and there with some of the updates. So some patience, please, would be greatly appreciated. We'll get to it.
Here's Colin Pierce back to throw, fires. Now this one's complete to Roosevelt. As he gets out of bounds. Roosevelt, that's now catch number 4 on the game for him here in this first half. First and 10 at the 36. Collins back to throw, fires for Roosevelt again, and this time, like the previous play, not the play immediately preceding this one, but the play before that, he's out of bounds.
Which play? Oh, so many plays. Well, 2nd and long.
From the 36.
Jacksonville just with 2 linebackers up close. They back them into coverage, and the DN covers.
Throws. Diving catch made out there at the 47 of Jacksonville as they cross over the midfield stripe.
Well, and Colin Pierce saw this and has got to get rid of it.
Shunk.
And throws it. What a window. What was it, like 4 or 5 guys around there?
Roosevelt again. He's just going off today, ladies and gentlemen. He's showing why he's number 1 in so many different categories.
And Jacksonville had 4 down linemen, but the DN took coverage on the tight end, forcing Pierce to make a great tight squeeze play over the middle, and there's a handoff for no gain, Colin.
Christian Pierce unable to find any running room as the tackle is made. That's Gardner, the defensive tackle, the other defensive tackle. As we have a 2nd and 10. Pierce. Roosevelt.
Roosevelt every time. And does anybody else catch the ball for these guys? What's the stat sheet say?
Well, everybody has at least one catch, but Roosevelt is the only guy with more than 2.
More than 2. Maybe I should have yelled 2. And just a reminder, it's a 14-10 game, and the Rick meter is officially at neutral. Very rarely is it officially at neutral. Yes, it likes to make picks, but it's not sure who's going to win this thing.
Slant over the middle, catch made. And we've reached the 2-minute warning.
As Indianapolis makes a bid to satisfy the Rick meter that it could move off in its direction.
As the slants again, they've been there all day, and sometimes they've been dangerous, but that time it turned up aces for the Ramblers. We reached the 2-minute warning here at the Snake Pit in Indianapolis, Indiana. There's Colin Pierce. He's had a full. I said, there's Colin Pierce, not here.
Okay.
The pass is complete. Out of bounds at the 13. It'll be 1st and 10, Indianapolis. Jeff Banfield on the reception. First and 10 at the 13. Clock stopped at the minute 56 left.
Indianapolis trying to add and pad their lead.
You can't go wrong with either one. Here's Christian Pierce. That's his best run he's had in a minute.
Oh, the Ramblers looking to contribute to their scoring total here late in the second quarter.
Are you mocking me?
No, that's just how I prefer now to describe the action on the pitch. I mean the gridiron.
4 wide receivers, and the throw out to Christian Pierce is good to the 6. That'll be 3rd and 2, and you see the statistical comparison. There ain't much of one other than the fact that Bruin has kept things clean for the most part.
I would like to mention that was excellent running with the pigskin post receiving it from the quarterback.
I wonder what Leo Carter would think if he were here right now.
I don't know. I'm not.
Throws. Oh, touchdown.
I believe that's a score. That's a score.
Ryan Roosevelt making it look easy as he hauls that one in for 6 points.
Just a dig route.
No, the other out route.
The out route. Are you sure? If he turns inside, you call that a dig route?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard foot in the ground. That was a hard left turn. A little skidding on the turf.
Top keeper to try the extra point. And it is now 21
to
10, yes.
He applies his foot to the ball, influencing it through the uprights for the extra point. Why are you shaking your fist at me? People can hear your eye rolls on the broadcast.
They can, because
I'm just trying to bring the vocabulary and the level of discourse up here a little bit. Not the channel discourse channel.
Here's the
Here
kickoff.
here he goes.
Aaron Swayze gets knocked down at the 25, and all of a sudden Jacksonville, which they closed to within 4, is now back up to double digits.
Back up to 11. And, I'm still bullish on Jacksonville, as is the Rick meter at this point, but it's a long putt. It's a long putt. Listen to me, Tucker better good. If they could get at least 3, that would be helpful to the cause.
Here is Sanders on the carry.
Time and distance, neither of which are in Jacksonville's favor.
Picks up 8. Looks like they only have this one play in the formation. Oh, and they're not calling timeout. Oh, dear. Sanders.
Excuse me while my brain catches on fire. There we go.
They pick up a first down, and they still won't call
Oh,
timeout.
for goodness sakes.
It's like they miss Sean Sanders being out there, and they're like trying to give him all the carries that he missed from.
Call timeout now. No. Oh, this is horrible clock management at the end of the.
They do call a timeout
With
but
3
it's
ticks
not that.
I don't want to, make fun of the Frank and his coaching staff, but yikes. That was bad. No, can't ignore that. Can't ignore that.
Indeed. And now they line up in Hail Mary formation.
When they should have still had legitimately 20 to 25 seconds, and they'll end this thing on a sack, Colin.
Oh, dear. First sack of the day for Indianapolis. That's number 95, Derek Jenko. It's 21-10 Indianapolis in front. You're watching the Simulation Football League. Presented by APM Music, and the Ramblers will kick off to Jacksonville. Kings are trailing by 11 after a defensive score, and within 4. Let's see if they can continue.
Right. Well, on the plus side, the last 2 minutes of the second quarter will be great teaching film for Jacksonville's staff to learn from their mistakes. So they will get that content to review. They do, as you noted, as everybody can now see, receive the ball to start this third quarter. The important third quarter, Colin. They're going to, if it's Jacksonville's going to continue to have a shot, they need some points probably in this or the next possession.
Here's Bruin, play action over the middle to Sanders. He dropped the ball. Sean Sanders was open, but I think he heard some footsteps in there, and the ball was knocked away from him. Let's go to Cameron Irvine for the first game break of the evening. Cam, what do you got?
Thank you, Colin. Just before the end of the first half, Ezekiel Love fumbles the ball with 40 seconds to go. Atlanta turned that into a touchdown. Then just got a pick 6. So things are spiraling on Portland as the unbeaten Swarm lead 35-14 in the third. Back to you guys.
Oh, dear, that.
Wow.
Talk about a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, 14 points within seconds of each other.
Sanders gets the carry, and he'll pick up 6 to make it 3rd and 4.
Jacksonville's hoping for a little bit of that same magic, are they not?
Yeah, magic.
I don't.
Indeed.
You shan't disagree with me on that.
Jacksonville's only 3 of 7 on 3rd down today. They need
one here.
Yes, in the worst way possible. No, they threw a pick. Exactly what they didn't need.
They got a first down, but unfortunately for the team in red,
Bruin was
they
picked up.
reach back one hand snag. That was bang bang.
Blake Green, who has double-digit pass deflections, grabs the interception for Indianapolis, and the Ramblers are sitting pretty at the Jacksonville 40.
As is just not what Jacksonville needed. And if you're in Indianapolis, you're like, this is exactly what we needed.
It's the first interception on the year for Green. He has 10 pass deflections, which is second most in the league among defensive backs.
Right, always a bridesmaid, never a bride until tonight.
Roosevelt, that's now his 8th grab for 84 yards as Bernard Gooden shoves him out of bounds. But not until Roosevelt's well past the sticks.
Sorry, narrating the highlights with my own sound effects.
It's part of your charm, my friend.
Part of my charm. Why are you using air quotes? Stop that.
Here is the pass over the middle. And there's someone we haven't heard from in a while. Jeff Banfield.
Yeah.
That's his second grab.
Banfield.
Third grab.
Banfield decides to, is able to contribute.
Pickup of 8.
To the progress.
Jacksonville, the second hardest strength of schedule. The teams they lost to are combined 16-6 coming into this weekend's game as Christian Pierce picks up the first down, and Jacksonville, in the worst way, has to come up with something, some sort of stop here. 3 points is the least they can allow.
Well, let's see if they got some turnover magic going.
Here's the throw, catch me.
Oh, man.
Banfield, this is some fancy footwork.
I'm dizzy from watching those two orbit each other there.
All that orbiting for just a pickup of 1. Hey, mark him out at the 11.
I'd love to see that replay again. Oh, this just in from the Rick meter. They're scrambling to say lean Indianapolis. Lean Indianapolis. Look at those boys trying to catch up here.
Why are they scrambling?
Because they want to get it in before Indianapolis adds to their point total, I think, in my cynical mind.
No, I thought they were sleeping again. Oh! Knocked down by Martin, the linebacker.
You hush your mouth. The Rick meter never sleeps. We're always watching. Just like, what's her name in, what was the... Roz in the movie called...
Monsters, Inc.
Monsters, Inc. Thank you very much. You can see it in my mind's eye. I just can't tell you what it is.
Martin's 6'2", 255, but he plays taller than that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a great play, too. Great defensive play. Let's try it again.
Slant over the middle. Randy Pierce, touchdown.
And the Pierce family business continues to contribute to the progress of the Indianapolis Ramblers tonight, Colin.
Second touchdown reception for Randy. And he's feeling a little funky as he gets in the end zone. Beats the linebacker Martin inside easily, and it's now 27-10 pending the extra point.
Dare I say he feels a little, wait for it, Randy?
I was going to make that joke, but I figured I'd best leave it to you.
Is it because it's a terrible one? Thank you very much. I'll be here for the rest of the game. Don't forget to tip your wait staff.
Randy Pierce, 3 grabs, 47 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's now 28-10 with 8:44 left. And the fans here in the Snake Pit are certainly happy today.
And Denver perked up a little bit with that one. He was excited about that
and that's
drive.
A 4 touchdown pass for Colin Pierce, even though he's thrown 3 interceptions.
Wow.
267 yards on 24 completions.
He's racing to stay ahead of his pick total.
Here's still Swayze on the return. He's got to feel like he's getting tired at ease after a while.
Exactly. Well, let's see what Jacksonville can do here, what Indianapolis defense might have queued up for them, having had some more success in recent drives. Have the Ramblers D. You crazy Ramblers, you.
Trips to the bottom. Bruin under center. Sanders is single back. Draw to Sanders. Loses 2. Not the start they wanted.
Losing. So much losing. Stop with that. At 3 in the pattern. And if they were going to block, they should not have run deep routes there.
McDevitt on the tackle. Again, they line up in the power I, and at some point, you just got to go to other parts of the playbook. Sanders gets the carry here and only gets 1.
Still trying to work the short side of the field, too. Interesting.
Chad McDevitt on the hit. It's 3rd and 11 from the 27. Now they line up with 5 wide receivers, trips to the bottom. And Bruin puts a little juice behind the throw, but it's intercepted. Intercepted by Indianapolis, coming up the field. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Ramblers. A pick 6 for Indianapolis. It's Ernest McCray Sr.
Well, Indianapolis' defense, Colin, seems to have looked at Jacksonville's performance up until recently on the defensive side and said, hey, anything you can do, we can do better, and here's a pick 6 to match. Oh, nice. Another one of those flat throws, which I'd commented about in the first quarter from Bruin.
Pass intended for Morrison, number 17, who had beaten McCray Sr. and the veteran corner.
Yeah, you know, and I'm sympathetic with Bruin, right? Because, you know, if you're a good athlete, right, you got that arm, you're going to use it, and you know, and I understand that as a great athlete myself, and you know, a 3-sport star. You think you can do it all? Wait, what? I wasn't a 3-sport star. Hey, Colin, come on.
Come on, you know the truth.
Okay, 4-sport star.
As the extra point is up and good, it's up 35-10.
Well, and with that touchdown, the Rick Meter staff has polished off their second round of Mountain Dews, and they've come out with a full Indianapolis. Indianapolis predicted to win by the Rick Meter here at the 7:29 mark of the third quarter.
Only the 3rd interception of the year for Ernest McCray Sr. and for O.J. Bruin, who had 22 picks coming in. Unfortunately for him, that's his 2nd.
Liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM, that's the minor leagues, action, and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership.
Bruin back to throw. Throw another out route to Ellington. Remember that worked in the game early for them. No surprise, go back to it.
What a surprise, the out route to the right side of the formation. Yeah, and, I smash the like button. You smash the like button. It reminds me of myself, right? I smash the slay button every day. I'm slaying it, I think,
Only 69 yards on 13 completions. That's just over 3 yards per attempt for those of you who are into that kind of mathematics thing. It's Sanders. Oh, he almost got it, but he stopped just a hair short. Ron Haynes and Chris Porter keeping track of the facts and figures for us here in the broadcast position.
Thank you for that shout out. Yeah, and for the older folks that are advanced years people that are watching the game, slay is how the youngsters talk today. So
here's Sanders up the middle.
To help everybody out with that current culture.
Gets to the 42, picks up the first down. John Sanders, one of his best runs of the day. Just watch the little man go to work.
Oh, man. The Red Sea parted for him. It got him into the second level there. Nice blocking by Jacksonville. I've been hard on them a couple different times for missed assignments, missed blocks. But right there, they did a great job.
They have a contracted left guard, and Olivia Bleeker, and left tackle. Alden Bleeker is a throw. Ooh, almost picked up again. Morrison, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Dangerous throw. Danger is my business, apparently. Trying to squeeze that in there. And, this is the part of the game that has Indianapolis defense licking their chops. They know Jacksonville's got to throw and got to throw deep. Jacksonville needs chunk plays.
And here's a chunk picked up by Jacksonville. Ochoa gets knocked out of bounds at exactly in midfield.
That's funny. You and I are hilarious, Colin. I was looking at that and I was about to say that's not a chunk play. I guess let's define chunk play. My definition is you get a first down and more, no matter where you are in down and distance.
That's fair. I can live with that.
You can? Okay, he'll stipulate to that.
3rd and 2 from midfield. We converted a couple third downs all day today, and the throw is incomplete.
Sharp-eared listeners and viewers will note that the vocabulary word of the day was just used, stipulate. Stipulate. That means Colin will agree in a formal way and for future discussion to that fact.
It looks like they had enough for the first down on the throw, but it was just knocked loose at the last second.
Oh, yes.
Still Swayze doesn't even have a target as of yet. He's been involved in the return game, but not much else. As Rockefeller calls a fair catch at the 18.
Really? That's quietly no targets. That's surprising to me. Is it surprising to you, Colin?
Yeah, very surprising.
Do you think Ron Haynes and Chris Porter in the stats room are surprised? I'm guessing yes.
And Indianapolis will come out 1st and 10. 2 backs. Behind Colin Pierce. Colin throws. It's an out route complete. Ryan Roosevelt is 9th catch. He's 10 yards away from exactly Undo.
Well, it's probably not too early for the Ramblers, Colin, to start thinking about squeezing every second out of the clock, shorten the game, and shorten the number of possessions available to the Jacksonville offense the rest of the way. Sounds kind of strange, but in the 3rd quarter, but that's what they got to do.
Christian up the middle. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, which is marked at the 25. I tell you, guy who's been quietly filling up the stat sheet is John Martin. That's his 4th tackle.
Really? Nice job.
Also has 2 pass deflections. Colin Pierce in the gun, next to his brother. The throw down the field, man, wide open. Roosevelt goes eye in the air with the greatest of ease and makes the catch. Coming down at the 47.
Cameron Irvine, Paul Sarp, and the Impact Monday crew head to D.C. this week, where the Dragons welcome in one of season 20's top teams, the Arizona Scorpions. Will D.C. be able to pull the upset and turn its season around? This week in the SFL pregame starts at 7:15 in the East before Arizona and D.C. kick off at 8:15 in the East, right here on SFL YouTube.
Jay Viper was on that last reception, not Roosevelt. My apologies.
Oh, the Viper's coming for you now.
And Banfield unable to stay in bounds, and you can see the frustration on his face as it'll be 2nd down.
And it stops the clock.
7 targets, only 4 grabs for 29 yards with a long of 12 for Banfield today.
Well, you're 5 wide here. 2nd and 10, going for it.
Trips to the top of the screen. They go that way. Man, wide open. Catch made all the way down to the 21. And the man with the red sleeves has been putting on a clinic today, Ryan Roosevelt.
Yes, indeed. And you could tell the Ramblers were going for it, licking their chops, wanting to have a big play with just from their formation, and Jacksonville not able to adjust quickly enough to the threat presented by the Rambler formation. It kind of surprised them.
Like the new Energizer?
They're going to surprise you with a new Energizer. Speaking of surprises.
And returned up to the 14-yard line for Jacksonville is Bernard Gooden.
And the Jacksonville D flashing its first half swag, drip, flexing.
3rd interception of the year for Gooden, and for Pierce. That's now his 4th interception to go along with 4 TDs.
He's keeping himself even. Even keel there on the TD to pick ratio.
Bruin.
Oh,
looking for the outcut to Swayze, and it's incomplete.
Was he interfered with a little bit, or does Swayze just look awkward in that?
He might have been interfered with. That's his first target. But he's still without a catch here with 3:24 to go in the third.
Well, it does stop the clock. Oh, here's a handoff. What's going to happen?
Here's the Sanders, and he picks up 6 yards to the 20.
I mean, that'll serve its purpose to keep the defense guessing a little bit, but they've got to be defaulting or assuming every play is a pass play.
Rod picks up a gen of defense here in Indianapolis. Here's Sanders, stopped in the backfield, no gain. McDevitt makes easy work. And
it's a simple 3 and out. Oh my gosh.
Much like the other turnovers have been.
I know. Well, what was looking like potentially a close game in the first and midway through the second quarter has turned into an uneven affair, and the Ramblers looking to press the advantage when they have strong field position starting on the plus side.
They'll mark it at the 46 of Jacksonville.
This is a point in the contest where we usually like to ask the question, what the heck's going on with the Denver? So you may remember Denver was a little randy or rowdy earlier, but we've negotiated a piece with him, aided by a peanut butter bone here in the booth. So thanks for asking about Denver. He's good.
3 wide receivers in the gun. Pierce over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Martin got his big old paws up as Roosevelt continues to get the lion's share of the target. He's up to 13 targets. He's caught 10 of them.
Of course, Denver trying to conserve his energy for the big tilt between Motor City and the Alamos.
No, the Alamo City Artillery.
There we go. Coming up later tonight.
Colin Pierce is sacked. Down he goes. It's sack time. Joey Schwint. His second sack of the game, loss of 6. It'll be 3rd and 16.
People want to check out the Motor City V8s. Colin, how are they going to do that tonight? Is that on YouTube?
That is on YouTube.
All right.
Colin Pierce unable to get rid of that one. He's tackled all the way back at his own 48.
Yeah, it gets him on the minus side of the field.
Then they go trips to the bottom. Remember the last time they went to the drip side? They got a big play out of it. Colin going. He scores. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 5 touchdowns for Colin Pierce.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns. Or is it 5 touchdowns? Nice job. Well, Jacksonville's defense, Colin, showing some periods or streaks of really strong play.
But they've been out on the field a long time.
They have been. That's where I was going with it. The offense has really stressed out its defense by not being able to generate or sustain long drives that end up in points.
In fact, in this quarter, Jacksonville's held the ball for 5 minutes. Indianapolis has held for even less time, but in this quarter, 146 total yards. Jacksonville, 32.
Right. I'll have to go to the drive chart, but I wonder what kind of eyeballing the average number of plays Jacksonville's run per possession. maybe the stats guys can work up a quick one on that. Average number of yards and average number of plays per drive for Jacksonville, and that's going to be a sad tale. But something the coaching staff's going to have to, focus on. Because the defense can only hold up so long, and I think we're strange as it is, not even the end of the third quarter, we're starting to see Jacksonville's defense have some breakdowns.
I got a question in chat. Has Indianapolis won more games than last season, correct? They won 3 games all of last year in a 12-game season. They're 3-3 coming into this game.
So they're threatening to break into the more games than last year column, right? And there's a first down. Nice.
Forward progress gets Ellington up to the 33 for his best reception of the day.
Of course, the Jacksonville offense wary of being very close to the line of gain as they had a first down taken off the books in the first half when a challenge flag was thrown.
Bruin fires out to Sanders, and that's just not going to get it done. Picks up 4.
Yeah, you heard me. The audible sigh from me. It's like, really? Are we just going to continue to see this the rest of the way? That is, it's got to be so disappointing for the Jacksonville fans.
Now they line up with 2 receivers to the bottom and split backs.
I mean, the best that play is going to usually get you, I think the average expected gain is, like 4 or 5 yards maybe? And the probability of breaking one long is probably low relative to some of the other concepts or designs. I'm just saying, sorry to get so nerdy, but that's not the way. Not the way you're going to mount a comeback.
Roto Ochoa gets him out of bounds at the 41 to set up 3rd and 2. For Jacksonville, they're 5 of 12 on 3rd down today. Only 2 of 5 this quarter, and Sanders makes that 3. 3rd downs converted this quarter now as we reach the end of the 3rd. Put your 4s, 86s, and 12s up in the chat. We reach the 4th quarter. It's 42 to 10. Indianapolis firmly in control, but Jacksonville trying to play for some dignity. We're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music.
APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com.
Throw down the middle is catch made. That's Ellington. Calls in another reception on the post.
Giving Colin a little bit of a hard time there at the end of the third quarter. It's getting a little wordy. I didn't think you're ever going to get to the break. It's actually saying getting to the end of your ramblings. Oh, you're honoring the Indianapolis like this. You're a rambling man. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Jack said the line was 3.5, over under 57.5. Looks like Indianapolis is threatening to over by themselves. Ellington unable to haul that one in.
Of course, the point total at 52. So one more touchdown by either squad will hit the over. Indianapolis so far, anything can happen. It is the SFL. Easily covering the spread. And as always at Bushwood, there is no gambling.
Bruin, post, it's going to be intercepted in a spectacular fashion by the Indianapolis defense. Rockefeller, the veteran, reached for the sky, and he came down at the 5 with the ball. Ochoa on the post, and Bruin underthrew it once again.
As a reach for the sky as he pulls off the heist. Right there, nice. Good Toy Story reference too, by the way.
See the numbers for Christian Pierce. He'll be useful in this situation. Paul marked at the Indianapolis 5. They'll give it to him on a dive up the middle. Able to plow ahead and pick up 8 yards.
That's a nice little play there, backed up on their own goal line. Nothing fancy, just smash mouth football. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball is marked on the 13 as we approach under 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Colin Pierce to Christian. 3 yard back to the 12.
And the Kings swarm him on that tackle too. Good sort of open field stick or inhibiting the progress, allowing the cavalry to arrive there. Something about something was cool.
3rd and 3 from the 12. Jacksonville trying to get a stop. Collins back to throw. Under pressure, sack time. Down he goes all the way back at the 6.
Wow.
Taekwon Hale.
What happened there? Because must have just been great secondary play because they didn't blitz or anything, just a standard 4-man rush, and 2 guys get to him. Now this could be good. Over his head, bad snap.
It's Maddie Wiseman, and she's
Don't step backwards.
standing practically as far back as you come. Jacksonville will get great field.
Oh my goodness, shanks it. Sorry.
Indianapolis will have to defend from starting from their own 30.
Wow. Wow. Should this game have been a little bit closer, that was an interesting, a poor punt anyway, and exciting for Jacksonville. Being down by 32 with 8:44 to go, the issue is probably not really in doubt. But that was a great outcome for the Kings.
Ochoa on the reception picks up 6 yards to the 24, his 4th grab.
What do you call that play?
That's a 50x spot, I think.
Yeah, with and for the average person, it's a little throw to the flat or a sprint out, or how would you?
That's a little whip route the receiver wants.
A little whip route. Well, Jacksonville's in love with that thing. They ought to marry it. Jeez.
Here's Sanders up the middle, 1st down to the 15. Little trap up the middle, able to follow his blocks. He made it look easy. 1st and 10 to 15, fast approaching under 8 minutes to go in the quarter. Kings come out, and it's split backs, 3 wide receivers. Brewer over the middle, tipped and incomplete.
Yikes.
Bryant James, the man defending on the play for Indianapolis. It'll be 2nd and 10. Pass intended for Swayze.
One of the few targets for Swayze, as you had pointed out earlier.
2nd and 10 at the 15. Clock stops, 7:50 to go. Harleman is the tight end flex out. They'll run the out pattern again. They love this play to Ellington, who gets out at the 10 to set up a 3rd and 5.
Little John going on there. Good to see. Still competing here as we get under the fall under the 8-minute mark in the 4th quarter here in the Snake Pit in Indianapolis.
Split backs for the Kings. Bruin under center, staring at a nickel defense. Throw out right again. 1st down catch made. Swayze, that's his 1st
There
grab.
we go.
And what a clutch time for it. Is that up 1st and goal from the 5?
Nice job. Nice job. And it got 1st down. So there's a productive use of that play. Thank you very much. Welcome Fox Highwind into the chat and to the broadcast.
3 tight ends on the field. I think that's an extra lineman out there. Bruin is sacked. Sack time. 2nd sack of the day for Indianapolis. The rush was quick and fierce.
Down goes Bruin. QB down, QB down.
sack made by one of the backups in for Indianapolis.
The 2nd and goal from the 11. Our Amps go to 11.
Bam Bam Cook on the sack there. Pass is complete.
Oh, they
Out
say
to Ochoa to the 3.
clock still runs, though. Clock still running. Oh, nice. Love it.
That's the X spot route I was telling you.
That is? Okay. What's the one where they just send somebody out into the from the backfield or run sideways and we throw it to you there? All those concepts can just take a hike.
There's Bruin. He's back to throw. Under pressure, down he goes.
Have a sprint out or something, bootleg, run past.
The clock had to go off in his head, and Bam Bam Cook on for another sack.
Bam Bam. That was a Bam Bam play.
Just bloop past the offensive line for a second sack on the drive, and Bradshaw will be on for the field goal.
There we go.
We're now crossing under 6 minutes to go in the ballgame.
You're enjoying Week 8 of Season 20 of SFL action. Thanks for joining us.
Here's the field goal by Bradshaw.
And here's the new score.
42-13.
That's right. Hey, don't leave the stream without joining our Discord server, ! There's so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join to check out content for teams and about the league created by the community, participate in pick'em games, play SFL fantasy football, and test your skills in the Survivor Pool. To join our server, visit simulationfl.net and click on the Discord icon in the menu of the SFL community, 2,000 strong. We'll see you there.
Turn by Rockefeller. Up to the 25. Indianapolis in firm control with 5:41 to go.
Just remind everybody, the Rick meter predicted way back in the early third quarter that Indianapolis was going to prevail in this contest here on the gridiron in Indianapolis.
Colin Pierce throws, and it's almost intercepted by Nathan Kerr. As Banfield was behind him.
Yeah. They got to work. They got some work to do with Bruin on some of these plays. And shout out to Ashley Jackson. Many favorite people in the SFL, and Ashley is first among many, being this guy's favorite SFLer. And she posted a link to the Discord channel in the chat.
Pierce will fire, complete, and look who it is, Ryan Roosevelt.
What a surprise. Oh my gosh, what's that guy got, like 792 catches or something today? What's the stat line on there? And hey, shout out to Doug Day. Thanks for the mention in the chat. Yeah, the Rick meter, they're just kicking back and downing round 4 of Mountain Dews and
That's his
second case of Pop-Tarts.
That's his 11th grab for 120
Oh my
yards.
God. We're moving on to Twinkies for the Rick meter, probably as a little congratulatory gift.
Banfield on the reception. He has a touchdown. The only guy who doesn't have a touchdown is Jay Viper.
Okay, so I wasn't looking for any pats on the back or sugar from Ashley Jackson, but yay.
1st and 10 at the 37 for Indianapolis. Colin Pierce continues to add to his total. He's fast approaching 400 yards as that is completion number 31. Another one to Banfield.
And how many does Banfield have? What do you got on that?
6 grabs, 87 yards, and a touch. 7 for 93 and a touchdown.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and how are you getting all those facts and figures, my man?
Ron Haynes and Chris Porter keeping track of the facts and figures, making us sound a lot smarter than we really are.
Absolutely, and such a critical job to the operation of the SFL, keeping the stats, and a tough job. You got to be sharp-eyed and quick. something that neither of which am I.
Christian Pierce on the carry sets up a 3rd and 1 from the Indianapolis 46. Cullen Pierce is unofficially 2 yards away from 400.
Oh, and Doug Day starting the hashtag Denver the Dog to convention. You know, it is within driving range, so there could be.
As we get off track, this is unfortunate because Jacksonville recovered the fumble.
I'm going to guess they'll decline that penalty, Colin. Oh, even Denver, yeah.
It'll be on Jacksonville, though. So they get to keep the ball.
Oh, it's on Jacksonville. My mistake. My mistake.
Tyquan Hale jumped off sides, and it looked like Nathan Nur fell on the loose ball after Christian Pierce was it. Oh, just an unfortunate turn of events there, and it's a microcosm of bad luck by Jacksonville that they've suffered today.
Yeah, you know, Jacksonville got a few breaks, right? How many? They got like 4 picks, right? But just couldn't really capitalize that much on them, and a couple breaks go against them.
Breaking news, Ryan Roosevelt with another catch. He's now up to 12.
I love it. And in other news, nobody else seems to be catching the ball except for the occasional Banfield reception.
2nd and 3, clock stop at 4:06. Now up to 4:05. Throwing it 45 times. Christian Pierce on the carry as the clock starts to wind again. Now under 4 minutes.
And the timekeeping device is not the friend of Jacksonville. Indianapolis obviously trying to keep it moving.
Keep it moving indeed.
3rd and 1 from the Steamers, 40-yard line.
3rd and 2 for Indianapolis. It's Christian Pierce up the middle.
Ooh,
he didn't
nice.
get it.
Nice. Indianapolis, the Ramblers are trying to spread them out and create just all they need is one gap to get the first down, and Jacksonville defends it very well.
And for Indianapolis, they're now 12 of 15 on 3rd downs, but they were 5 of 6 this half.
Wow.
And 7 of 9 the first half. Looks like they're lining up to appear like they're going to go for it.
Are they going to do a staring gun? No, they snap it. And they
Christian Pierce got it. First down at the 39.
Oh, my goodness. This is how we do it.
No, it's the backup.
This is how we do it. Oh, the backup. Not a Pierce?
It's Ricky Bobby.
No. That's the backup.
Yes. The backup's name is Ricky Bobby.
Show
I
me.
have it right here.
Ricky Bobby? Can you beat me, Ricky Bobby?
Castro Neves is the quarterback.
Well, that's funny because we're planning on getting kicked out of an Applebee's later tonight, aren't we, Colin?
Oh, yeah. As we reach the 2-minute warning, you're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Oh, looks like Fox Highwind got your reference there.
Finally, somebody laughs at one of my many jokes. I don't know why they call them dad jokes. To me, they're just jokes.
Here's the backup quarterback. Throws to Ricky Bobby. It's Bobby. Loses a yard, but it forces Jacksonville to start burning their timeout. At least he wasn't running around like he was on fire. Or
On
something.
fire, yeah. Help me, Oprah Winfrey, right? Sounds like there's maybe some improvements coming in the Jacksonville locker room.
Fox, I wanted to ask you a question, Rick.
yeah.
It's Castro Neves. Down he goes. Sack time.
Love it.
Jacksonville calls timeout number 2 as Taekwon Hale makes up for his penalty with a sack.
Have you ever been in a Turkish prison? Well, what was once looking promising just a quarter and a half, 2.5 quarters ago, has clearly gotten away from Jacksonville in this one, Colin. In fact, they even generated an official Rick Meter neutral at halftime. Shows you the fight Jacksonville is putting up, but at the end, I think, is it too early to do the postmortems? I don't think so. In the end, Jacksonville's offense's inability to sustain drives not only prevented them from putting more points on the board, but also kept the Jacksonville defense on the field, and they're pretty ragged out at this point.
Jacksonville will roll with 5 wide receivers, trips to the bottom. You'll see all the eligible targets they have. Out there as the throw complete. The 36, and they call their final timeout with a minute and change left as Ochoa goes up way in the air to secure the ball.
Yeah, and as we kind of explain the hat tip to Jacksonville's D, Colin, I should point out that 7 of the 13 points were scored by the Jacksonville defense, so on a pick 6. So there's some work to do for Jacksonville. I like their team. They've got a lot of good components, a lot of good pieces. They just got to, get it all happening at the same time, which I'm sure they will. But this one,
the throw is complete, out of bounds. Ellington at the Indianapolis 49. Clock stopped with 1:36.
This one's a foregone conclusion, but as we talk about sometimes in these cases, Colin, it's a good opportunity for the Jacksonville offense to, kind of get a little mojo back. It'll get some confidence heading into this week's practice, right?
Indeed, as they line up with 5 receivers again, this time the trips to the top of the formation.
There we go.
Bruin down the middle field. Slant catch made at the 26. That's Ochoa.
Man, that deep slant or deep post, I don't know what you want to call that.
That's a deep
post. Great.
And they go again.
Yeah.
Ochoa finds it down to the 2.
Nice. I'm going to keep running this play until you stop it. Well, of course, they can't run it on this one now on the goal line, but
they ran the formation, but this time they go underneath. Golden Morrison, and he catches it for a touchdown.
He runs a little inside slant from the right side of the formation. Well done, Jacksonville Kings.
And for Goldie Morrison,
yes,
that's his first career SFL touchdown on his 8th grab of the year.
Hey, congratulations. That was a good-looking play, and great recognition and communication by the receiver and the quarterback to see that was going to be open.
Here's Bradshaw. Extra point is up and good. It is now 42-20.
TJ Harper taking credit for that late score. Of course, now everybody's saying, well, why weren't you calling for touchdowns earlier in the game if you possess that magic, that black magic?
Here's the onside kick attempt by Bradshaw. The over's officially broken with that last score. Ooh, Indianapolis recovered, but it looked like it was going to be a wild misadventure. The ball was bouncing around back there.
It had a shot. I was excited. I was thinking it might happen. It could happen. Oh, Denver. Yeah, I know Denver. That was too bad. Jacksonville couldn't get that back and have another shot. With minute 3 to go.
He gets it all from one bark, folks. He's my father's a secret dog whisperer.
I guess so.
As the kneel down commences, Indianapolis will move about 500 for the first time for
this season.
For this season.
I don't know if it's the first time or not, but they'll go to 4-3 Jacksonville will fall to 2-5.
Second and 11.
Jacksonville will fall to 2-5. And
Is there echo in here?
as you take a look at the divisional standings, Jacksonville will remain 2-5. Will fall to 2-5, as you said. Indianapolis will move to 4-3, which means they're still tied with Sioux Falls for the. No, they're actually will move in front of the Sparrows, who lost to Los Angeles early yesterday. It's now 42-20. The final score. Indianapolis wins over Jacksonville. Look at the yardage. 443 Jacksonville had rushed Indy, but when you put up 406 passing yards.
24 minutes to 19 minutes time of possession to Colin. It seemed more lopsided than that in favor of Indianapolis.
Colin Pierce, he was dealing aces. 2 touchdown passes to his father Randy.
Randy.
And OJ Bruin. That was the backbreaker.
One of several interceptions on offer today.
3 picks.
Yes.
Thrown by Jacksonville. 4 by Indianapolis.
That makes 7 in my math book.
That is correct.
You are correct, sir.
Thank you to Chris Porter and Ron Haynes for keeping track of the facts and figures. And boy, I tell you, Colin Pierce, 32 of 45, 405 yards, 5 touchdown passes today, averaging exactly 9 yards per completion. And he spread the love around to everybody, but once again, Ryan Roosevelt got the lion's share of the work. 12 grabs, 135 yards, and a touchdown.
Indeed. Is Roosevelt your player of the game, you think?
I would think so, but based on sheer numbers, I wouldn't be surprised if Colin got it. And I'm not saying that because I am a Colin.
Well, you think all Collins should always be getting the accolades and honors, but, you know, what's his final TD to interception ratio? 4-4?
5-4.
5-4.
Colin Pierce is the player to call it. Official quarterback rating of 99.2.
Congratulations, Colin Pierce.
As he throws for 406 yards, 31 of 44. Thank you to everybody. I'm Colin Northup. He's been Rick Northup.
Yo.
Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, folks. Let's have a good one.